What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and it's looking like Carson Wentz could be ready to go for week one. But should he play in week one? Now, let me explain. So, Carson Wentz, about a week or two ago, ended up getting foot surgery on his foot. There was an injury he suffered during high school. Nobody noticed it until just recently. So, the Colts decided, hey, let's get this taken care of. That way, it's not a problem in the future. So, they went in, they did the surgery. Quentin Nelson had a similar surgery, and both of them were expected to be out for 5 to 12 weeks. So we were all expecting that for at least week one and week two, we were going to have somebody else at the quarterback, right? Starting at quarterback. So we were expecting it was going to be Jacob Eason, maybe Sam Ellinger if he won the starting position. I don't know. Maybe if both didn't look good in the preseason, we trade or sign a veteran quarterback until Carson Wentz returns. That's kind of what we were expecting, right? However, at training camp, Carson Wentz and Quinn Nelson were spotted with no boot and no limp, which is great news, right? So they both look like they're going to be ahead of schedule and ready to go by week one, which is awesome because you want your guys to be available for week one. You don't want anybody missing any time in the regular season, especially in positions as important as those two positions. So for me, I'm like, yeah, let's get Quinn Nelson out there. As long as he's good to go and he can play well, let's get him out there. But to me, I feel a little different about Carson Wentz. And let me explain why. So Carson Wentz plays the most important position on any NFL team. Everybody's going to agree with that, right? The quarterback is the most important position on any team whatsoever. You need to have a good quarterback if you're going to have a good season, unless your team is completely terrible. But when you have a team like ours, right, which we have a great defense, a great offensive line, a great run game, and looking like a great receiving group. So we're good, right? So as long as we have a good quarterback, we're going to have a lot of success. Maybe not a Super Bowl, but we're going to make the playoffs if we have a good quarterback. You don't need Carson Wentz to be the best quarterback in the NFL or a top 5 quarterback in the entire NFL in order for us to do really good things. You just need Carson Wentz to go out there, do his job, and we're good to go. So Carson Wentz plays the most important position. However, to me, with an injury like what he had in high school, and with him getting the surgery on that, I'm thinking to myself, look, I know Carson Wentz is going to want to go out there when he's 50%, of what he is, right? When he's 50% healthy, Carson Wentz is going to want to go out there and play. He's a fighter. He is not going to want to just stand down and let somebody else do it until he's perfect, right? He wants to go out there and fight as soon as he possibly can. It doesn't matter what, state he's in. He wants to go out there whenever. He's not going to quit like some people think he is or like some people think he does. So Carson Wentz is going to want to go out there and play week one if he can, right? As long as he can walk, can run somewhat, he's going to want to go out there week one. But to me, like I said, with an injury like that, I think we should wait till he's, I'd say 95 to 100% healthy because, like I said, it's a very important position. And I don't want to risk him potentially hurting his foot again or with that injury it being, a little painful to the point of, okay, he's going for a throw and it affects his throws, right? I don't want that to be a position. So I want him to feel no pain at all. I want him to go out there and that foot not bother him to the point of he's going to make mistakes. Look, if he's not 100%, but he's like 95%, his foot feels good, it's not causing any pain, and he's able to do what he would normally do, and he's not losing a step or losing a beat, then yes, I'm cool with him going in there and playing right away. But like I said to me, if there is some pain at all, sit him for week one. Let's have Jacob Eason go out there because I'm fully confident in Jacob Eason. I believe Jacob Eason can go out there and do well enough to where we can beat the Seahawks. I absolutely think we will beat Seattle if Jacob Eason just goes out there and does his thing. Same with Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz goes out there and plays well, we're going to beat Seattle. No doubt about it at all. Okay. So for me, like I said, if Carson Wentz feels a little pain, even just a little pain, sit him. Don't rush him. Okay. Carson Wentz needs to go out there when he's ready to go. It's great news if he can come back week one, because obviously, if Carson Wentz has no pain at all in that foot and he can go out there and he can perform well, we're in a better position to win than with Jacob Eason or Sam Ellinger because they haven't played an NFL snap yet. Like, this upcoming Sunday is going to be the first time they actually take snaps in an NFL game. So, for me, obviously having Carson Wentz out there is a bigger benefit than with Sam Ellinger and Jacob Eason. I don't know, maybe Jacob Eason goes out there and has a Patrick Mahomes-like season to where he just goes out there and just balls out, and it's like, okay, we didn't expect this at all. So maybe Jacob Eason can do that, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. That's like a once in a generation type of thing. So for me, if Carson Wentz feels no pain and it's not going to affect how he plays, play him week one. However, if there is some pain when he's on the football field, running around, throwing it, because when he's walking around, no limp, obviously, probably not feeling pain. But it's different when you have your pads on and you have, a couple 200-pound plus men just chasing you and you have to run. It's a little different at that point, and then you can feel some aggravation. I don't want that to happen at all. So as long as there's no aggravation, there's no pain at all, play him week one. However, if there's the slightest amount of pain, even though I know Carson Wentz will play more than likely if he's clear to play. Like, if he's clear to play, he's going to play. But I'm saying, for me personally, if there's even the slightest bit of aggravation, sit him, let him rest. I know people would disagree with me about that, but I'm telling you, you don't know what it's like when you have that injury on your foot and you're running around with those pads on and you have to try to escape and you have to try to do something just in a split second. So for me, that's kind of my situation. I want Carson Wentz to play week one. I would love to see him open up the season as a Colt. But again, make sure he doesn't feel any pain at all, and then we'll be good to go. So thank you all for watching. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever a video goes up, as well as when we go live. We will be going live the week before the NFL season. We're probably going to do the show on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So be on the lookout for that. It should be a good time nonetheless. So if you're into just streams talking the NFL in general, not just Colts football, but we'll talk about the NFL. We'll talk about the Eagles situation because obviously Nick Sirianni's there, and we do have an Eagles fan that will be on the show. So we will be talking about not just that, but his thoughts on Carson Wentz and what he expects of Carson Wentz outside of Philly. And we'll talk about probably Deshaun Watson, a bunch of stuff. So if you're into it, make sure you tune in for that, click the notification bell. That way you know when we go live with the show. Also, if you like this video, smack the like button and let me know in the comments below. What do you think we should do with Carson Wentz? Should we let him wait until he feels no pain at all, like I'm thinking? Or as soon as he's ready to go, just throw him out there? Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.